the focus of intent is being harvested through news medias and everything to focus people on fear. Fear is the lowest denomination of frequency that we can generate. And it's the only way to keep the power over others paradigm running on the planet. But that in a way, our energy is being harvested by our own reaction or responses to what's being fed to us. So it's not like a machine sucking up all the energy, but it's a machine that focuses the nature of our energy, the frequency of it, and the direction. It focuses it that way.
Tunes and directs.
Yeah, tunes and directs our energy. And that's the way you give your power away, literally.
You can see in some ways there's a benefit from disempowering you, depowering you, and there's also benefits from empowering you so long it's focused and directed.
Yes.
So your fear is empowered and directed towards control and power over others and becomes self-propagating. And if you become a different frequency than fear, you become your focus gets pointed a different way, right? You're no longer like propagating the big reel that's happening around you. And so kind of you start to feel a little bit like the feedback is disempowers. Like now you're different and you get clawed at and scratched and hit in and things like that, right? It's a little bit a tricky experience of redirecting and taking back your power because there are so many feedback loops to bring you back into it, so pull you back in. So that's part of looking at it too, I think.
Do you have an example?
Sure. When let's say you got a 9-to-5 job and you hate it, but you're afraid you're going to be broke if you don't continue to do it, and then you'll lose your house, and then your wife's going to leave you and your kids will hate you. So you do what you hate because otherwise everybody's going to hate you, even though you kind of like by doing it, they kind of hate you because you're doing it. You're stuck in this. And so when you first say, hey, I don't agree to this anymore, I'm going to take my power back. And as a way of taking my power back, I'm going to do the thing that I really like to do. But in this case, doing the thing you really like to do you haven't connected it to pay. And so now you are without a house, but you're liking, planting a garden. So you're still eating, but you don't have candy bars growing in the garden. So your kids are mad. And the cartoons aren't hooked up to the dirt. So, it's like the loop tries to pull you back in, right? There's a feedback loop in the paradigm. But ultimately, if you were trained and raised and understood frequency and direction and the feedback loop that you're no longer a part of and what's going to happen and what can happen, you might, instead of quitting everything and cutting all of your support, you might join a functional supportive garden thing that has pay attached to it and support attached to it instead of lone wolfing it basically. Right. So that would be an